Hello. Good evening, everyone. So it's almost time. Still, we have 1 more minute. We begin. Good evening and welcome to this student empowerment program. And we have been seeing how we can improve or develop our study method. Today we say flashcards help us to study effectively. So this discussion for this half an hour will be on how to study effectively with flashcards. We have been seeing the many ways, different ways of studying. There are different ways because when we use only one sensory method, that's just seeing, our learning may be slower. That's why we dance and learn, we write, we sing and learn, and then we try to make use of more and more sensory objects, our senses, to acquire knowledge. So in that way, we have flashcards today, easy flashcards. Those are the flashcards. We will understand with few definition, and then we try to see how the flashcards will be really helpful for us. So how to make flashcards and how it will be helpful. That is the discussion for this half an hour today. So a flashcard. What's a flashcard? The flashcard is also known as index card. Is a card bearing information on both sides, which is intended to be used as an aid in memorization or revision. It's a card. Flashcard is a card which is used, both the sides it is written, which is used for memorization or remember. I take this flashcard for you today because the students, those who are going to appear for public exam or exams like that, they will have many one-word questions. These flashcards will really help you for your one-word questions, the things to remember, and then how to make flashcards and remember for your one-word question. That is the idea today. I took this flashcard. So what is flashcard? Flashcard, as per the definition, are the cards that have words, numbers, pictures, and those are used to help students learn about the subject. So it is just a card in that whatever that we have to learn is put there. Maybe a picture, maybe words, code words, numbers, or whatever, some drawings, whatever, to make us to remember. It is written on both the sides. So we will see how the flashcard is prepared and used slowly. What are the flashcards? So they are simple, useful, and underexploited. For example, you may ask, no, I have got a beautiful notes for me. I've got a beautiful book for me. My book has got beautiful pictures. But rather, these flashcards is personal, it's yours, and you learn with the flashcards, making on your own. Learning becomes your own. You possess your learning with your flashcard. That's why I go for flashcard today. And why we use flashcard? We should aim to appeal to different learner types, visual learners. For example, especially me, I'm a visual learner. I take pictures. For me, the years, numbers, and then that I cannot because my memory is a visual memory. I can take pictures. I can remember the size of it, the beauty of it, the nature, the shape, all that I remember, but the numbers I cannot remember. I cannot remember the names, for example. So everyone has got the typical memory way. So that's why I went for flashcards, supported me and helped me a lot. I did not find it out when I was in the schools, but in the college, when I was doing my degree, these flashcards helped me a lot. That's why I took flashcards today. So flashcards, they are bright, colorful, make an impact on visuals. So you yourself make a card. That card is yours. You make it as you like it, in your own liking, in your own preferable color, and you draw it or you make the flashcard. That's why flashcard is of great preference comparing with your class notes. So what we can do with them? We can present, or we can practice, or we can recycle the vocabulary. And yearly finishers can use them in small groups once they are familiar with the activities that are done. And they can prepare for many flashcards to take them home. So it is having many advantages. So we can do whatever we want with flashcard. So it all depends how you make it and how you are going to use it. And why to use flashcards? They are effective in quick and brief period of time. So it's effective, it's very easy to prepare, very quick, and it can be prepared in very short time. The information is chunked in small packs under a convenient study tool anywhere. For example, I have a flashcard, I have 50 cards for one unit. I can just carry that card anywhere. It is the card that I made. So flashcard that is chunked. For example, one whole formula can be summed up in a small sheet of paper. When I see that paper, I can remember the whole of the formula. So it is chunked. The whole big answer can be summed up in a small paper. So it can be used individually, paired or in a group. It can be used in any way possible, and it can be they make a real impact on visual and kinesthetic learners, especially people who are not able. Some people they can memorize as it is. They can just reproduce as it is. Everyone doesn't have the same gift of memory. So for some they have to write it down. For some they have to remember in some way. So if you are not the one who just memorize just as it is, this is the best way. For example, for me, I cannot reproduce the same thing. That doesn't work for my nature. So what should I do? I must prepare the flashcards. I must write it down, and I must make the code words, and I must remember it in different ways, especially like me who are having the visual memory. So they help you to quickly find out what you know and what you don't know. For example, I have 50 flashcards, and that I prepared, and I test myself. Immediately, I come to know what I know, and what I know what I don't know. That's the greatest advantage of flashcard. Flashcards also help you to focus on what you do not know immediately. As you know that what you do not know, you concentrate more on that. So flashcards, they are helpful in that way. Why do the flashcards work? They are beyond easy to use. So easy, so simple, and it is very easily available for you. So you can use it wherever and whenever you want. So beyond easy to use. Those rectangular spaces really do catch the students' attention. For example, small rectangular flashcards, they are small ones. Those children and kids, they like it so much. They give students instant feedback and correction. For example, I don't remember a formula. This side, I've got a question. The opposite side, the back side, I have the formula, but I don't remember it. And immediately I can turn it down, and I can correct myself. I can remember the formula. The characteristics of flashcards: sensory cue is integrated for maximum impact, because I draw, I make design, whatever is helpful for me to remember that, I do that. So sensory cue is integrated for maximum impact. And language is always presented with good context. Sometimes the word that is used in your book may be very difficult for you to remember. So what you can do, you can use the simple word. You can use your own vocabulary. You can use your own word to understand a concept or something. So it performs spaced repetition. So for example, every month I have got, for second unit, I prepare some 30 cards, and just before the end of the month, I can do the repetition. I can review my cards in no time. Maybe in 10 minutes, you can do the revision. Once you make the card, once you have the revision done, it is already there. So this is another way of studying and memorizing and helping you to revise your lessons. So flashcard is really very important for you. So Now we see, let us see what are the principles for creating flashcards. Use pictures, designs, drawings, because it's your creative, your own knowledge. Knowledge is created. The bookish knowledge, whatever is given in a book, in a letter form, it is becoming your own knowledge when you reproduce it in your own way. So use pictures, drawings, or symbols that you get that will help you to remember. Secondly, more is better. So you put in a clear way, for example, here, chien and chien. And chien, it's a French word, chien is dog. So and chien, it's one dog. So more precise. When you prepare the answer, be precise so that it will help you for your one word. For one word answer, you must be very clear. You must be pinpointing that word, no? So be clear. And keep it simple, because your book or whatever the text that is given in your books, it is already very difficult. The flashcard is there to make your content as simple as you can. So your flashcard has to be very simple. And when you are right, you are right. Really, sometimes you don't know whether it is right or wrong. For example, you read a 10 marks question, it is 3 pages, and you read, you are sure of not sure. But here, if you are preparing a card for a particular answer, when you know it, you know it. When you are right, you are right. There is no wrong about it. So it gives you 100% satisfaction when you create your flashcard really well. And opposites attract. For example, hot. So opposite to cold, that you remember, no? Because it has got 2 sides. One side, the real answer. The other side, you can give all the tips that for you with which you can remember. So keep it short, because it's not another notes. You cannot reproduce all the other 1-page notes in the small paper. So keep it very short so that it just reminds you, so that you get the content so well. Learn and then memorize. Don't just blindly memorize. Don't rely on your memory. It will cheat you. It will disappoint you during your exams. So don't just go for mugging up. Don't be happy with whatever is given. Just mug up. I rely on my memory. Unfortunately, if you fall sick and if something happens, if your memory fails, it will be you will be in a great danger. Don't just rely on your memory. Don't just go for the exam, just mugging up, keeping everything. No, when you are doing your flashcards, really you absorb what is there in the study. Make your own card, front and back, and it is really helpful for you for your studies. So advantages of flashcards, they are inexpensive. They are not, it's very cheap. For few rupees, I can buy this one, and that I can make different colors, different cards. It's very, very cheap. And they are portable. The cards, you can just put a rubber band and you can carry within your bag, and it is very useful. You can play with your friends. They are efficient, because when for example, for the unit 3, I have 20 flashcards. I have, for example, 21 word answers, for example. So whenever I want to revise, I need not even take 2 or 3 minutes to revise, because I have got my flashcards. I have got my questions. I can just take, tuck, tuck, tuck. I want to see. So I see the questions here, the answer began. So I just see, tuck, I know all this, then I keep it aside. And they make learning very easier, because you take time and you prepare your flashcard. So the learning becomes very easy. They are versatile. So it is very, it's available for you always. And they offer various study methods. And this is one of the way of learning, one of the method of learning. There are plenty of methods of learning. Once you are turning towards to these new ways of learning, you yourself will invent it. No? So the need is the mother of invention. You start entering into this way of preparing your lessons. You will invent many more new ways. So this preparing the flashcard may be an opening door for you to find out your own way of studying. So everybody doesn't have the same memory power. same way of memorizing and same way of remembering them as we want. So these flashcards, they've got the greatest advantages. And then advantages of making your own flashcard, because now flashcard, it's available everywhere. There are flashcard apps are there, whether you are in Android or iPhone, you have got flashcard applications. And flashcards, they are available in the market, you can buy. And the best thing is make your own flashcards. Making your own flashcard, that will help you. What are the advantages? It is cheap and make sets of specific methods, because you are preparing and creating your own flashcard and it becomes yours, and the student who make them. So it is totally and 100% becomes yours. It also has got the disadvantages. Some lexical fields cannot be illustrated because flashcards mostly of drawings or images or code words or passwords. Some lexical fields cannot be illustrated. They can become boring when you use repetitive. So if you totally rely only on flashcards, of course, it will become tiresome and boring. So when you are preparing, when you are having the flashcards, you concentrate or pay attention to these two things. The types of flashcards. So especially when we learn languages, the flashcards work a lot. For example, in my Chinese dictionary, there is a flashcard section there where the words that I search in the dictionary, automatically they are in the flashcard section. I can go there and then revise the word the whole day. That is, for example, evening before going to bed, I just open the flashcard section that gives me all the words that the whole day I looked for. So that's how I do a repetition though. So vocabulary and learning new languages or mathematics, all the formula, science, physics, chemistry, botany, zoology, whatever. The whole science will be since I'm a science student myself, this flashcard method is really very useful for me personally. So if you want, and then alphabet, of course, in Chinese we have got 80,000 characters, and 48,000 characters are still alive, and then 18,000 characters are still in use, and every college student must know at least 6,000 characters, 6,000 letters, imagine. So for us, these flashcards are really very helpful. And then back to get the flashcards. So I've been telling flashcard, where you may ask me back to get those flashcards. First thing you can buy, there are apps available as I told you. Then second thing, the best way, the simple way is you make your own flashcards. Or you can, along with your friends and with your teacher, you make flashcards. This making flashcard is available when if you study B.Ed, it's a part of your teaching actually. So you have to create your own flashcards. So, and then there are three categories: there are memory, drilling, and identification, and totally physical response. So when you prepare the flashcard, these three functions and categories are there. First, memory; second, drilling; third, identification. These are the three most usages of flashcards. And then I have been telling, create your flashcard. So how to create your flashcards? First thing, write out a question on one side of the card. Put everything in a very short form. Don't write the whole question because this is not your notebook. This is not your notes, rather. So this is the very short paper, as short as you can. Of course, you can just put a word. So as short as you can, put the question in one paper. Then the writer write the answer on the other side. Okay, one side question, the opposite side is the answer. So these question and answers should be delivered from the book or class notes, wherever. So you don't get the question from the outside. So that all your question and answer comes from your class notes or your book, your subject book. The answer should be words. The answer that you write, it can be words, cues, drawings, images, pictures, which will lead to the correct answer. Got it? It is not writing the answer again and reproducing your answer. Rather, it's just at least writing the picture or drawing or some cues or some code words, whatever, no, that links you to the real answer. So again, I continue because making flashcards are very important. Make your own flashcards and mix with pictures and words. It must be very creative. It must be very attractive. You must be proud of creating every flashcard because the flashcard is yours. Flashcard is making the subject or knowledge available in your own way and for you. So you must be proud of your flashcard. And then use mnemonic devices to create material. Always, no, you make connection with something else that you remember. Something can be very bizarre, something very strange, but put it there so that you will never forget that. So the code words, no, and write only the only one question per card. It's not you don't write the whole thing in a card and you say it's your flashcard. No, it's just only one question, one answer. Make it very simple. Flashcard is a very simple thing that you should have, and then break complex concept into multiple questions. If there are many answers, then let every answer be a question and answer. So if it is very complex, if it is very long, cut it into pieces and put it into very short questions where that can be remembered forever. Say your answers out loud when you are studying. So when you are just revising, just say it aloud so that not only your mind is working, your mouth also is working, your eyes are working, your hands are working. That's how you engage in your study, that whatever you are doing. And don't treat flashcards like silver bullet. No, immediately I know, so I found it again. No. Flashcards are the supports. Flashcards are supports that create knowledge in you. So they are not the only answers, just like your notes or notebook or whatever. So this is one of the support, one of the ways of learning. There is a beautiful YouTube video, not long, it's just 4 minutes. You can watch using flashcard. This lady explains so well. That's why I just put this PPT. And then how to use flashcards. Use the cards to memorize the question answers. Do not simply recite them by heart. Write down the answer. So write down your answer in your own and creative way. So when you have finished a block of cards, check your work. Repeat writing the answer to the question. Questions that you missed until you get them all correct. So not only the creating flashcard is important, rather revising until that you are thorough with all of the flashcards. Okay. And so this is the example of a flashcard. I took it from the internet. Here is an example of using flashcard to explain maths problem. Place type of maths problem on one side with example with the examples on the other side. For example, Pythagorean theory. One side, it is Pythagorean theory. The other side, opposite side, answer. You know how he has given the formula. A square plus b square is equal to c square, and he has given an example, he has given an explanation. So when somebody wants to revise with the flashcard, just say Pythagorean theory. The answer, if he or she wants, they can give some tips or whatever, but the answer they must remember. That is the work of the flashcards. So I hear this I found it in the internet. It's very interesting. So I use this. And the real world analog flashcards. So still we are going to have our own flashcards, as I've said. So the real world analog flashcards are preparing your own flashcards. How to prepare? First thing, you can cut your own paper or in different colors. If you are interested in color papers, for example, I can take, there are already 3 colors here. So I can take from these colors. You cut them, take and cut in a shape that you like. Take some time. When you engage yourself in different ways, you are really increasing your concentration. And use two sides. Use your own words than copying the text word by word. And you also be careful, don't oversimplify the definition, because definitions are definitions that you have to fully, sorry, there is a problem. So you can, then you repeat until you remember. And when you are checking your own self, honesty is the key. Be honest to yourself. So like many times we have seen, be the professor of your own self. So be honest when you are checking your own self. So separate and know, and separate the known and unknown cards first when you are revising. You keep the unknown one side, known one side, and then unknown, you read them and then revise them. And then repeat it after a day or two, and then you check yourself how many cards you know, how many cards you don't know. And then shuffle the cards every time. No, when you are don't follow the same order, you can shuffle. Once again, follow up on what you don't know, and then quiz with them. When you finish the whole thing, the cards, flashcards, give to the friend, and then check along with the friend. It is really interesting when you study together. So in short, what I want to tell you is color code, if you like. Second, the term of definition of in your own words, and test yourself in one direction. For example, if I go in this way, my flashcards one after the other, and then retest yourself with the missed cards, which mean that you don't know, you keep it aside, and then retest yourself. Follow up on the missed cards, that is the cards that you don't know, and repeat it until you are familiar. Repeat it until you are 100% sure of your answer. So that's what the use of flashcard. And then flashcards are incredible and practical and useful resource for teaching vocabulary, and also they make the learning process more dynamic, not only teaching and learning. So every student becomes a teacher when he or she has a flashcard. So do you want to be the teacher of your own self there? So you can create your own card and you can be mastered. So here we have discussed shortly about the flashcard. Now you create your own flashcards. I invite you all to create your own. So better flashcards mean better studying. So it is up to you to be the better student with the better flashcards. So prepare your own card, your own subject material with your own color preferable, with your own style, with your own cues and pictures, and become master of your own knowledge. So it's almost time. Here we stop.